You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Griner 30 tipped $6.90. Look, I don't mean to make this all sad, but I have been going through a lot lately, and I just got to say, man, you cheer me up even in my darkest times. Thanks, man.
But that's what it's all about, man. You know, I'm look, it's a two-way street, you know, and I just want to say real quick, yeah, man. And I don't know what you're going through, but if this provides a little bit of an escape for a while, then I'm happy to hear that, because it's a two-way street. You know, there was, back in August, there was a lot of people here for me. I almost kicked the bucket back in August. You know what I mean? I got really sick. I came very close to dying, and there was a lot of people on the stream that are here now that were here for me. So believe me, it's a two-way street, man. All right. So I'm glad I could do that for you. Seriously. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I had, and actually it's kind of, I know this sounds morbid, but it's actually kind of funny the way it happened. Obviously it wasn't funny at the time, but looking back on it, it was something so preventable. So I moved down to North Carolina back in August. And when I moved down here, when I was in Massachusetts in the middle of moving stuff, I stepped on a piece of wood, and I didn't know it was in my foot, you know, and I worked, and then finally I felt a little pain, and I found a splinter, and I'm like, oh, okay, but I couldn't get the splinter out. So I was like, you know what? It doesn't hurt that bad. I'm just going to leave it. My skin will push it out, whatever. A week goes by and the goddamn thing still hurts. So finally, my wife found a way to get it out. So she did this little thing with baking soda and all that, and she wrapped my foot. And then the next day, boom, the thing was like out long enough so she could pull it out. So we got the splinter out, no problem. Everything was fine after that. So when I got to North Carolina, my second day here, I came down with this crazy fever. In fact, you guys know who Larry King is? Larry King, they just died. He died of sepsis. Well, that's what I had. I had sepsis. I had gotten, is it sepsis or is this, maybe I'm getting them wrong. But anyway, I had bacteria in my blood. So when you have bacteria in your blood, once it gets through your system, it starts attacking your organs. And once it attacks your organs, if you can't get it out, or if you can't stop it, you're done. So I went to the hospital. I was fucked up. I was fucked up. At first, they thought I had COVID, but then they found out. I told them about the splinter, and they were like, okay. And then the craziest thing, I had never thought this possible, but I had this urge to like pee. And when I did, it came out like a fucking rusty brown color. And it was just, yeah, it was a very, very dreadful 4 days in the hospital. And they had to monitor me 24/7 because I'm also, I always teetered on the line of diabetes. So I had diabetes like back in 16, got rid of it in 6 months, wasn't diabetic for a while. And then when I was at the hospital, they found out that I was teetering a little bit above the diabetic line, which is bad because when you're diabetic, you have a harder time fighting off illnesses. So I had a double whammy on me. So they were constantly monitoring me. They were punching me with fucking insulin to get it was a mess. It was not pleasant. So yeah, my kidneys were beginning to shut down. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. When you piss the color of cola, you're in trouble. Yeah, no, and the lady said too. Put it this way, you know how bad it got? They were monitoring whether or not they were going to do surgery on my foot. This is what the doctor told me when I finally started feeling better and coming around. She came right up to me. She was like, look, you know, we were almost going to do surgery on your foot or on your leg because I had this warm and dark spot on my leg where it was basically just infected. So they were going to cut into my calf and they were going to try and clean it out. And she told me if that didn't work, the next step was to amputate my leg, because if they couldn't get out the bacteria and they couldn't clean it out, the only way to save me would have been to cut it off, because otherwise I just would have died. She said like that. She was like, you were very close to death. And I felt it. I didn't want to eat. I lost like fucking 15 pounds. I was pale. My family couldn't be, like, they were there, but they couldn't all be there. So like one day my father would come, another day my mother would come, another day my wife would come. And yeah, it wasn't pleasant. But I mean, this is why I've lost 50 pounds since then. Cause I'm like, okay, I got the message now. I mean, yeah, it didn't have to do with my weight or anything. It was a stupid accident. But if I had not been teetering on the diabetic line, I might have had a better chance of healing faster and not even being near death. So ever since then, I've lost 50 pounds and I'm underneath the diabetic line again. So now I'm just trying to keep it up. So like I said, man, I know what it's like to go through rough stuff. You know what I mean? And when you have an out, even if it's only for a couple of hours, man, when you have an out, it means a lot. It does. So I'm glad. I'm glad that I was able to and I have fun with you guys, and I hope some of you guys know, especially if you're new here. We still have over 300 people here. I joke. Seriously. When I'm here roasting you guys, I want you to know that's my way of showing my appreciation, honestly, because, I'm here to entertain you guys, and I'm here to also, have fun and get to know you guys. This is why I do so much. This is why I like streaming. I just think it's a better way to interact with people. You can see a clear difference from my videos to my streams. My videos, I've said it before. Like I said, I'm kind of bland. I'm pretty straightforward. I do my little, give my thought, give my assessment and my opinions, and I keep it moving. But when I'm on here, I like to joke. I like to hang out with you guys, and I like to talk about this stuff. And that's how it is. It's a two-way street, like I said.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Click here to watch more content. Don't forget to leave a comment. Also, make sure you like and share this video. If you want to know when the next video is up, click the notification bell next to the subscribe button. And most of all, make sure to click that subscribe button for regular content.